from now until 2027, what is the big hurdle? Again, this is with the understanding that now the environment is really turning mining friendly. And I mean, I, like anybody, don't have a crystal ball, but I cannot imagine the demand is not going to be, I mean, just statistically, for the demand not to go up, governments, investors, operators would all have to go, they basically have to reverse everything we built towards, electrification and all these types of things. So it's kind of a safe assumption to say the demand's going to go up. What is going to be the big hurdle to get, let's just stick with the Marben project, to get that online and to turn it into an operating mine?
I think this is going to be a step-by-step process on the environmental side, on the social side, on the economical side. Where we are today, we have taken the project from identifying a deposit in the 1990s to today, where we have essentially de-risked the project in terms of where we could be. And we have a project that today is worth $463 million. Our job is to keep finding gold. So this baseline from where we are talking about is, again, our market cap is $100 million. Our project today is at $463 million. I better do it like this.
Market cap.
So this is the opportunity of closing the gap as we speak. And this is at $1,700 gold. So if gold keeps going up, this keeps doing this.
Right.
But on top of that, we are finding more ore, which means that if we put it into the program or into the cash flow, then you're talking about this gap. So all what we're doing is right now maximizing the fundamental value of the company from here to here. And that's what you will see in the next couple of years is us keep increasing the resources, showing that the base case, which is the 463, really could be more. And I think the regulators doesn't allow me to talk about how much more, but more, because here is where we are and we keep finding gold. So this can just keep going and growing higher and higher. And that's our job. And then on top of that, we keep advancing with the environmental side of things. We keep advancing with the socialization of our project and having the acceptation at the end from the municipalities, from the regional, from the federals, from the communities, from the First Nations, from the citizens, from the labor. So at the end, we have to work on all these fronts. And if we think about what are going to be the catalysts, I think it's very clear. One of them is keep adding gold. The other one is advancing on the environmental side of things, showing that we're not stopping, that we are moving very fast, showing that there is progress with regards to our relationship with citizens, the municipality, the First Nations, Shanibek, and then, of course, not less important, to show that we will have the money to build this project.
Yeah, and I wanted to let's start with community, environmental governance. Let's keep on that, and then I want to go into the finance side of it. So, how are you approaching that, just as a company overall, as a CEO, and then down through the company? How are you approaching things like relationships with the indigenous groups around in the area, and just also give us the lay of the land, the communities close by, indigenous groups, municipalities, friendliness to the mining community in those areas, just that whole lay of the land.
Yeah, so we are again in Val-d'Or, the Valley of Gold. So it's an area where mining has been there for decades, I'd say even centuries.
Mm-hmm.
So there is knowledge about mining, and that's certainly an advantage. We have two main municipalities, the municipality of Malartic and the municipality of Val-d'Or, both of them used to the mining industry, which is a fantastic thing. And I take it with a lot of humbleness in the relationship that I have with them, humbleness in the relationship that I have with the citizens, because citizens are not necessarily in the mining industry. So we have to be very humble on explaining what we're intending to do and showing the benefits of this project. This is certainly a circular economy where we are adding value into the region, and that's where we have to make sure that everyone understands what we're trying to do and that we're part of the solution to this environment rather than anything else. And First Nations, of course, extremely important. They have been working together with the mining industry for a number of years, and we'll have to be, again, super humble and open with them. As part of that, even if my first language is Spanish and took a lot of effort to learn English, I have devoted for the past 3 years to learn French, so I could have a direct conversation with them and be able to explain what we're intending to do from a matter of respect, from coming from, again, from humbleness, assuming that, you know, the best way to communicate is if we can speak the same language. So that has been on the social side, and we have been doing different workshops where we have been able to invite uh, the different authorities and citizens and First Nations, and we have been going through what we are intending to do. We have sent letters to the First Nations on what we are working, so they are aware, and nothing is a surprise. At the end, as anyone, you really want to know what's going on in your backyard. So our job is to communicate the best we can.